Hello everyone. Christine Johnston, President of Soroptimist International Southeast Asia Pacific. Soroptimist International Southeast Asia Pacific is active in 13 countries across the region. Knowing how important it is for girls to receive an education, the members invest heavily in education and awareness for career opportunities. These opportunities will provide pathways and a future for women and girls. Soroptimist invest in girls' education is varied, equitable, and has outstanding positive outcomes. Our members amplify their voices each and every day, advocating for equality in education. This is a year-long activity, but with heightened awareness in October over the International Day of the Girl Child. I will leave you with this one statistic as I hand over to Dr. Danielle Davis. If every girl could receive 12 years of education, this would reduce child marriage worldwide by 64% and also lead to decreased domestic violence.
Hello and welcome. My name's Danielle Davis. I'm your program convener for Southeast Asia Pacific. We've done some absolutely wonderful things with young girls and women, and in our region, our federation, every member that we have has made a positive impact on 20 women and girls. That statistic is wonderful. Another really special statistic is that every hour that our members spend helps at least one woman and girl. So every hour that's on our database. So we are making a difference even at that micro level. So how do we do as a macro level? We do wonderful things and help 56,000 women and girls, and things do happen, and that's why when you report, it really counts. So on that note, I'd like to introduce, well, you've met Christine already, our beloved leader. We have our, well, you've met me as well. Cesarina Gigenti is our assistant program convener, and she is has got a marvellous background and doing wonderful things as well, on the ground as well as internationally. And of course, we have a special guest today, and we're going to interview Danielle Hughes. She is the Science Award winner for Southern Adelaide Club, and she's done the most amazing things already, and she's so young and she inspires us all. So we're going to hand over to the other girls shortly, but in the meantime, we're going to have some important questions about why STEM and accelerates is the best and strongest way for girls to accelerate their improvement and status of women in the future. So on that note, I'll ask some difficult questions. So welcome, Danielle. So Danielle.
Hello, thank you for having me.
You did win the Science Award. However, you've got a wonderful career and you're doing a PhD at the moment. You look very young to be doing a PhD, but good on you. And you inspire young ones anyway. But what possessed you to study science, maths, engineering, and technology? And why did you study that path?
That's a great question. So for me, science is all about learning about how the world around you works. And I really like understanding the way that science can explain things that I experience every day. So I actually had a high school science lesson where we learned about Newton's laws and the law of inertia. And then straight after that lesson, I got on a bus to go home from school. And I was experiencing inertia, which is that kind of jerking feeling you get when the bus driver hits the brakes. And I was just sitting there looking around, watching everyone experience inertia, thinking it's so cool that science can explain something that I experience every day. And then from there, I just kind of wanted to learn more about how science could explain everyday experiences. So just kind of followed my curiosity from that point.
Perfect. So that curiosity led you into a career with nuclear science, and that's the pathway you chose. Why did you do that?
Yeah. So again, I just followed what I was interested in. So I took a third-year physics topic that we learnt about nuclear fusion, and we learnt about all the work that scientists across the world have put into achieving nuclear fusion as a energy source for our future. So we're still working on that, and it's been, over 60 years of work on this area. And the idea that I can make a contribution, even if it's a really small contribution, to this solving this really big and complex problem is exciting to me.
That's very special. So how would other girls follow that pathway? What would you suggest?
Yeah, so again, I would suggest to follow your interests, but I think it's also important to try new things. So you don't know what you would be interested in until you try it. And also, when you try those things, not to be afraid of not succeeding or having an unsuccessful go at something. You can always learn from any experience that you have and adjust the way you do things. So have a go and yeah.
Well, only 1 in 4 women actually follow this STEM pathway, but there's a lot, 3 times that or 10 times that for boys, the opportunities. So that's a non-traditional pathway. And being non-traditional, do you have any advice for any girls?
I guess one really important thing that I would say is to create a support network around you of people who can help you along the way and who can offer encouragement as you need it. So you're going to face challenges. It's really great to have friends, family, other colleagues, students, mentors, community groups that can offer encouragement when you need it most.
Well, you've already answered some of our other questions. So what can Soroptimists do to help you and to help girls follow a STEM career?
I think one important thing is to give girls the opportunity to try STEM out. So when they're younger, allowing them to participate in STEM workshops. So whether that be through, as a Soroptimist, providing a scholarship, which I know we already do that, or organising workshops. Just allowing them to participate and see what STEM involves and what a career in STEM might look like. So, for example, one thing that not many people consider about STEM is that it's quite creative. So you have to think outside of the box in order to solve problems. And you don't really know that until you participate in it. So it's really important to give them the opportunity to participate. But then also once they do participate in STEM, making sure that they feel supported and that they come away from those experiences with a positive view about STEM and that they know that they can achieve a career in STEM from those experiences. I think, that's important.
No wonder you're such an important role model for girls in South Australia, but also the whole of our federation, because we've just had the statistics in that this is the STEM and cyber literacy, the good and bad sides is definitely the best accelerator for women and girls in the future. So, look, thank you very much. Do you have any final comments to share with us before we hand over?
I think that's it. Really, just follow your passions, and a career in STEM can take you to great places. Really, yeah.
Well, we're so proud of you, and we're so proud of you being a new awardee member, which is the new system that we have in Soroptimist, and that please, yes, use Soroptimist to do those sorts of things you really want to do. So thank you, and I'll hand over to Cesarina. Thank you.
Thank you, Danielle. Thank you, Danielle. The Day of the Girl Child recognises the most long-term effective strategy towards gender equality because it ensures investment in the future by reducing the vulnerability of girls, especially in low and medium developed countries. Girls with education have the potential to double GDP for their country. Opportunities for improvement include education rather than child marriage, early pregnancy, loss of career opportunity, and consequently independent economic well-being, greater participation in society, and general well-being and resilience. The risk of sexploitation and modern slavery is high. Unfair treatment, argued over many decades of advocacy, resulted in 1989 Rights of the Child and in 2011 to 2012 recognition of the International Day of the Girl Child. Thank you.
Thank you everybody for joining us today.